All right. Phase two of this conversation. But try to do this half without the F word, right? I apologize. Sorta. Not really. Sorry, not sorry. This has happened underneath not only the watch of the Democratic Party, but this has happened underneath the watch of black women in the Democratic Party. Don't believe me? Just watch. Stephanie Rawlings Blake has been the mayor of Baltimore since 2002, which is a big portion, and she's on your screen right now, which is a large portion of what the investigation included. Before Stephanie Rawlings Blake, the mayor of Baltimore was Sheila Dixon. I will bring a picture of Sheila Dixon up on the screen right now. Here's Mayor Dixon. Mayor Dixon, great last name, Sheila. Mayor Dixon was mayor from 2007 to 2010. A black woman, Democrat. Before Mayor Dixon, there was the illustrious mayor who happened to run for president this time around, Martin O'Malley. Martin O'Malley was mayor from 1999 to 2007. Before that, Kirk Schmock, Clarence Burns, 1987, 1 year, only a partial year. William Schaefer, 1971 to 1987. Now, before any conservative or Republican gets excited and say, see, no, we're not dumb enough to believe that running into your arms, it would be any different, because most of these policing agencies are Blue Lives Matter or conservative or Republican leaning. Just because we're giving a chin check to people who are supposed to be progressive doesn't mean that we're looking favorably into the arms of the Republican Party. No, you shut the hell up, go to another video while I talk to people who are generally on the left or supposed to be on the left. This has happened, and this culture has been created underneath the watch of the Democratic Party in Baltimore. And at least the last, what is that? So 10, 6, 9 years, 9 years of this city has been under the watch of a black woman. And if anybody has ever watched my show, you know the thing I love most are black women. But the reason I'm pointing this out is because, number one, this type of oppression and systemic oppression is not something that only comes from Republicans. This type of systemic oppression, it is not something that is only coming from white people. This type of systemic oppression can come from people who share our same color, because the mayor, if nobody else, over the last 9 years, the mayor has heard from black people who have been looking to these black mayors and saying, this is a problem, mayor. What you gonna do about the problem, mayor? And the mayor has run on and said, we're gonna clean up Baltimore. We're gonna fix the problems, and we're gonna address the problems of the police. And you know what? Nothing in 9 years has changed. In fact, it has gotten worse. So not only do you have a black mayor, you have a black prosecuting attorney, you have black council members, you have black people through and through. And the question is, what have any of them done to change the problem? I'm not going to accuse them and say they have not addressed the problem, but what have they done to change the problem? And if the problem is so entrenched that a black mayor who sees what's happening to their black community can't fix it, I'm not going to finish that sentence. I'm going to leave that one alone. But the problem also is that everyone's skin to you ain't kin to you, man. Everyone who's black does not have your best interest in mind. I don't know if this is the case with this mayor, with these mayors. Let me get Martin O'Malley out and go back to the current mayor. I don't know if this is the case with this mayor. I don't know her intentions. I don't know her personally. I do know she's been in there for 6 years. And for 6 years, this problem has been festering and growing. And as of today, she saw the report from the Department of Justice, and she said, quote unquote, we have a long road ahead of us. I'm going to be honest with you, Mayor. If something like this happened on my watch, I personally would resign. That should be the very first step in this long road ahead of us. Not because you're a bad person, because I don't know you, and not because if anything else other than the bulk of this investigation took place underneath your watch. And again, to any conservative who's sharing this and thinking, hey, he doesn't like black. No, I'm not saying that we're going to replace this with a Republican or a white person. What I'm saying is that the problem is deeper than the Republican Party, and it's deeper than just white people. The problem drips all the way down to our own community.